There are some situations where leaving poses more danger than staying. In these situations, everyone should be prepared to take care of themselves where they are. This is called shelter in place. You'll need to have your emergency supplies with you. Here, we are prone to cyclones most commonly between November and April. Cyclones bring strong winds which can tear off roofs that aren't well fastened, destroy weaker buildings, and bring down power lines and trees. They bring non-stop and very heavy rain, water that's pushed up by the wind, powerful and destructive sea waves and storm surges causing coastal flooding, and can also cause inland flooding by going up rivers and streams. When you get a cyclone alert, we need to know beforehand which buildings are safe to stay in, or if you need to evacuate to a safer location. To prepare, we should remove any debris like roofing iron, wood, old appliances or rubbish or loose items outdoors. You should also securely close storm shutters or fix wood outside to protect your windows from breaking. We'll need to prepare sandbags or plastic sheeting to stop water getting in through doors, lower windows or air vents.
How do we know when a storm or cyclone is coming? Blasio?
Look at the sky.
Correct.
Listen to the radio and TV.
Yes. In our community, we listen to the radio for the weather report on the cyclone's progress. We should speak with our local disaster management committee to know and understand about our local early warning system. What are some key things that you can do following an early warning instructions?
Seek shelter in a house, large building, or if you get caught in a storm on the road.
Anyone else? Maureen?
If you are riding bicycle, motorcycle or in a metal bed of a truck, get off. The rubber ties do not protect you from electrical shock from fallen power lines.
Unplug electrical appliances like TV, radio and computer.
Correct. Why do we do that?
Electricity can surge through electrical lines and wires. It can shock us and destroy equipment, and even can start fires.
When you are sheltered inside while the storm or cyclone passes, be aware that in the eye of the storm, it can be very calm and quiet, but the storm is not over yet. If things seem calm, it is probably that the lull at the center of the storm, so stay in your secure position and do not go outside because the winds will get stronger again.
My parents are farmers. They work a long way from home. What do they do if the storm comes along?
Anyone outside should watch the weather conditions carefully and be ready to get to a safe place before the storm arrives. They should try to find safety in a strong, closed structure like a reinforced building. If there are no reinforced structures, get into a car or bus, keeping windows closed. Keep your hands on your lap and feet off the floor. In the forest, find an area protected by a low clump of trees. Never stand under a single large tree in the open. As a last resort, go to a low-lying open place. Stay away from tall things like trees, towers, fences, telephone poles, and power lines. And be aware of the possibility of flooding in low-lying areas.
Storm clouds can bring electrical activity and lightning. To be safe from lightning, remember and follow these 3 rules. When thunder roars, go indoors. Follow the 30-30 rule. If there is less than 30 seconds between thunder and lightning, you're in danger. Get inside and stay there until 30 minutes after the last lightning flash. In case you are stuck outdoors, practice the lightning crouch. You may feel your hair stand on end, your skin tingles, or light metal objects vibrate. Squat down straight away, balancing on the balls of your feet. Touch your heels together and cover your ears. This way, the electricity can go through you back into the ground without harming your vital organs. Do not lie flat on the ground. If lightning strikes a person, look and care for other possible injuries and check for burns. Call for help. Remember, people struck by lightning don't carry any electric charge and they can be handled safely. In case of flooding, we're going to have two options: evacuate to a safe haven or shelter in place. To be safe from flooding, it is important that we all learn about our geography, our water sources, our catchment area, which is where we collect water for our use, and the local weather patterns.
In our village, we are experiencing more and more unexpected flooding as a result of both natural and human causes. Now, can anyone tell me some natural causes?
Heavy rain and storm.
Correct. Heavy non-stop rain, storms, and storm surges can cause flooding. What about man-made causes?
At my house, we do not have drain to divert water, so even a little rain causes flooding.
Yes, a proper drainage system is very important to prevent flooding.
In our village, we do not have any way to dispose our rubbish, so it often ends up in the river.
Yes, dumping rubbish in rivers and runoff channels can be very harmful for many reasons. Not only flooding, but can also impact your health. Deforestation and unsustainable use of land can also cause flooding. There are two main types of floods: slow flooding that develops over hours or days, and flash floods that occur without warning, after a rain event or after a dam breaks. For a flood, we must follow early warning instructions, evacuate to higher ground or shelter in place with our emergency supplies if we are in a safe haven. We have mapped out the hazards and risks around this school, and we know that this school experiences annual flooding. That's why we make sure we keep our books and valuable things up high.
Here are some do's and don'ts in a flood. Do not try to wade through floodwaters of any depth. If you must evacuate in water, do wear life jackets or use reliable floating devices. After a flood can be very dangerous, as drinking water may be contaminated.